So folks, the scenery really just gets better and better as you go the farther south. I would take you the whole 3 knobs if I had time. Unfortunately, I'm up here to visit my dad and just thought I'd kind of work this in. This is a serene place, folks. This is nice. We can see over here that the Park Service does have a boundary through the trees over there, we can see. I'll kind of walk over this way and we'll take a look. Look at the grass growing up here. Just odd to see that on the ground in the forest. Yeah, there's the U.S. National Park Service boundary. And we can hear the parkway down below us. It's not too far. My friends, this is where I belong. Not in a gray cubicle in Charlotte, North Carolina, banging out lines of HTML5 and JavaScript. Nope. This is where the real Tony Lee Glenn lives. That gray cubicle is where I die. We got nettles and stuff up here at this point. Here's a bit of an opening. You can see back down into the McDowell County watershed area. Hold my GoPro up high. Geologists tell us that the Appalachian Mountains are maybe some of the oldest mountains in the world, maybe the oldest. How they know that, I do not know. They're very worn mountains. In places they're real kind of inviting like this. In places they're more rugged than you'd expect. Hopefully I've kind of shown you that with my videos. They are ancient and magical. And I'm getting ready to start up to the second knob. Maybe I have time to do it. We'll pause a second and look at the burrs that I'm gathering on my clothes. Those will have to kind of individually be picked off later. That's from walking through those little through the vegetation you see around us here. We got a tiny spider here. I'm getting ready to ruin his web. He just dropped. Frightened him. Very few pines in this forest. There's a few. That's why it's going to be pretty, though. All these hardwood trees are going to culminate in some absolutely beautiful fall foliage very soon. I have to stop and tie a shoe. So we've gone through an area of kind of dense vegetation. I'm actually up on the second knob now. The apex of it's only about, 15, 18 feet higher than me up there to that side. Hearing a lot of insect activity. It's flies actually is what it is, not bees. Big flies. They've yet to bother me at all, they just buzz around. Maybe I'm just stirring up their world a little bit. So what's it like to grow up in Appalachia? Well, it's what you make of it. During the era that I grew up, the 70s and on into the 80s, early 80s, it was socially a very interesting place. It's Scot-Irish white folks mostly. I mean, that's who dominate the demographics in this area. It's the weather. Summers are an absolute delight. What we're seeing right now, that's what you get. Gorgeous summers. Cool weather. Winters that can be very harsh. Beautiful, awesome forests. If you like the outdoors, if you like to experience nature, it's always just a few minutes away. It's either right outside your door or just a few minutes away by car. I've been telling myself I wasn't going to do all three, but here I am headed toward the third knob. Let's look what's in front of us here.